Hello and welcome to another UGT tutorial. We're going to expand a little bit more on the last tutorial about case inputs and remappings, okay? Because as you know, here in the menus, we have something like, for example, look sensitivity, hold to crouch, hold to run, invert look X, invert look Y, and it's like, okay, these functions are not working with my game. So let's see a little example on how to integrate them. And for example, for the sensitivity is actually super easy because in the Ultra Game template first-person example game, if we go to blueprints and we go to UGT first-person character, we have a lot of stuff already implemented here. So for example, here in the input action look, we have the invert look X and sensitivity function and the invert look Y and sensitivity functions. So I'm just going to copy these two, okay? I'm going to Control C, and I'm just going to migrate them to my project. So I'm going to go to third person, blueprint, third person character. And here I have the move, okay, and I have the look, okay, which is very similar. And as you can see, the only thing you need to do is copy those functions, and that's why it's useful to have a template. And then we have the X here, and we're just going to put it here. And we have the Y here, and we are just going to put it here, like so, like that. Okay, so that, believe it or not, is done. And as you can see, my sensitivity is much more slow. So I'm going to put it to 0, and now I'm moving a lot my mouse, and I can barely move it. Okay, so that's one step, of course. And then we have invert look X and invert look Y. If I put this to yes, now it's auto inverted, okay? And if I grab the other, same. So let's go to controls. Let's invert both. And now I look up, I look down, I look left, and I look right. And it is indeed inverted. So let's go by default, okay. And what else? So this is something very interesting, but we have still a problem. And the problem is that if I go to settings and I go to controls, I still have hold to crouch and hold to run. And in my game, I don't have crouch or run. So how can I disable these features? Again, you can go to the Ultra Game template folder, default game data asset, and if I search here for crouch, there's nothing here, so there's not a toggle. And if I search for run, there's not a toggle. So what do I do now? No problem, okay? Don't worry. If the setting you want to toggle is not there, what you can do, for example, is you can go here in Ultra Game template, and you can go to menus. And here you have all the menus that you have on your game. So for example, the menu we are looking for is called gamepad controls menu, and here this menu is in the functionality being populated with the inputs, okay? But here, for example, we have hold to crouch, and we could actually suppress, delete this here, but maybe that fucks up a little bit of functionality, and we don't really want that. So there's a little toggle in every button of Ultra Game template, which is called disable globally. And if I press disable globally, this button is never going to be shown anywhere. So hold to crouch, disable globally, and hold to run, disable globally. Okay, and we have the gamepad controls menu, and we have the keyboards controls menu, and hold to crouch, disable globally, and hold to run, disable globally. So I don't have to change any functionality inside the blueprints. And as you can see, if I go to settings and I say control, now I have look sensitivity, invert, okay, and my new key bindings, and same for keyboard and mouse, okay? And that is absolutely fantastic. So you can actually do that for each and every one of the buttons in the game. For example, okay, so my game doesn't have a difficulty slider. Don't worry, we can hide that, and the damage too. In some of the variables of the game settings menu, this is a little bit advanced, But because you can select the difficulty in certain menus or whatever, I actually have a UGT toggle for difficulty. We can have a toggle for damage. We can also have a toggle for screen shake or vibration or anything, okay? And if you don't find it here, so now those variables are not going to be there. Remember, those variables to be there, you really have to be in game. They won't show in the main menu as the difficulty and the damage ones. But if you want to disable the audio language, for example, the other way around, the hard way, because you don't find a toggle, because we don't have toggle for everything, don't worry. In game settings menu, you just enter here and say audio language, and you say disable globally. I don't want the player to be able to set up subtitle sizes. Okay, disable globally. And with that, so easy. It's so easy. Now you have your settings menu with just the settings you need. Now you have your control menu with just the settings you need. And then you have your keyboard and mouse controls with just settings your game needs. That's it for this tutorial, and see you in the next one.